understand that grace, that teaches us to stay away from sin, right? But a lot of our people think that grace give them a permission to sin. How you doing, family? What's that? You know what grace is? What's grace? Grace is where you show compassion to people and you show love. Watch this. Now, you believe in the Bible, right? You believe in the book of Enoch, right? Okay, so we teach out of the Bible, right? We teach out of the Bible. Watch this, watch this. In the Bible, it's laws, statutes, and commandments, right? In the book of Enoch, right? Where can I reach? Where can I read about grace?
I would think
What chapter and verse?
chapter 68.
Chapter 68?
Yeah.
What book?
In the book of Enoch.
Pull it up. Let's talk about grace.
I don't have the book. I was listening.
Watch this, watch this. Because you know why I asked you that specifically? Because the book of Enoch, the version that we have today, that's not of the Bible. There's no prophecies in there. There's no laws in there. But I'm going to touch on grace real quick, and I'm going to deal with you. Titus chapter 2, verse 11. How you doing, sis? Come on up. Read this.
The book of Titus.
You got to go up in there. You love God. You know today the Lord's Sabbath day. We ain't supposed to be buying, cooking, or selling. Watch this. Read this.
The book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 11. For the grace of God that bringeth salvation has appeared unto all men.
So we going over the definition of what grace is, because the Christian church taught us wrong. The Christian church have not taught us the proper definition of what grace is. That's why our people abuse it. Read that.
Teaching us that denying ungodliness.
So grace teaches us to deny ungodliness, right? Watch this. The brother, his hang up was pork. You eat pork? All praises to the Most High. It's only one day out of the year that we have to eat meat. You know what day that is? That's the Passover. We got to eat the Passover lamb. So you're a vegetarian, you take a good health to your body, that's good. But on the Passover, you got to eat meat, right? But watch this, read that again.
The book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 11. For the grace of God that bringeth salvation has appeared unto all men, teaching us that denying ungodliness.
So while we got this grace period, right? Meaning that the Lord is not judging us right away, right? It's supposed to teach us to deny ungodliness. Anything that's against God, we're supposed to fight off that temptation. Read.
And worldly lust. We should live soberly.
So we supposed to live what?
Soberly.
What that mean?
We should live peacefully within ourselves, self-govern ourselves, and self-worth.
So soberly. You bringing bro up? Family coming up? Folks right here with the tan shirt. I got a quick question for you, bro. I gotta make a move right. So soberly means clear-minded, meaning that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're not supposed to be out here high. We're not supposed to be getting drunk. We're not supposed to be getting intoxicated. God said while we under grace, we're supposed to live soberly, right? Read.
Teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in this present world.
So we got to learn all those characteristics while we're under grace, right? For instance, right? You believe in the Bible?
No.
Why not?
I believe.
First of all, let me start right here. What's your nationality?
My nationality, I'm Afro-Puerto Rican.
You Afro-Puerto Rican. Your father's Puerto Rican?
My father's Afro-Puerto Rican.
Okay. So I see that you got the, what do they call that symbol on your neck? The ankh?
Yes.
Why do you have that on your neck?
I have it on my neck because it's something that keeps me balanced, and it's something that shows life.
It's something that keeps you balanced and something that shows life, right? Watch this. God, he deals with a nation, right? He deals with nation, right? So as a nation, did the Puerto Ricans suffer through this?
Yes, they did, bro.
What about the African Americans?
Sure they did.
What about the Latinos?
Sure they did.
Why do you think God allowed them to go through that?
But they're the original people.
But why would he allow them to go through that?
Because sometimes you have to go through a separation or suffering to make you better.
But why?
But why?
Because initially that wasn't what it was set up to be.
No, it was different. But I guess our people are chosen, and we had to go through that.
I'm going to show you why. Give me Leviticus chapter 26, verse 14. I'm going to show you something, right? Deep down inside, a lot of our people hate God. They hate God, straight up. And we know that by the way that they carry themselves. Watch this, read this.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 26, chapter 26 and verse 14. But if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant.
So God said in a nutshell, if we didn't want to keep the commandments, if we didn't want to do what he set us up to do, right? Watch what the aftermath would be. Read.
I will also do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror.
God said he would do what?
Appoint over you terror.
Believe it or not, slavery, that was a terrorizing experience.
The whole world been watching us, talking about how are these men calling themselves the sons of God. Where was the questions when they was putting us on slave ships? Where was the questions when they raped our daughters, our mothers, our sisters, our brothers? We can't live in certain neighborhoods. So we're giving y'all your separation as we create a new nation.
IUIC.
Israel united in Christ.
Let's go. Stand behind us, protect you. Stand beside us, respect you. But if you stand in the way, then you gon' rue the day when we have to dissect you. Rain fire upon the tempter. Woo, it's hot, check the temperature. The prophets is back, yeah, and they black. Babylon, feel pressure.
When you hear that thunder, it's lightning, go check on the weatherman. I'm just saying, can't think of a better plan than obeying the land. Anything else is a scam. Need Bruce to get shot in this wartime. It's a sea of that purple, no short line. Cause we breaking the mold and changing the game with zero emojis. Flame, flame, flame.
You know that this lit ain't no turning down. Yeah, we running this race till we get a crown. Then we stop on the heat until he hit the ground. Yeah, we treading the wine press. Into that kingdom, no time left. No end.
It was a terrorizing experience. But the reason that it happened is because we wanted to serve other gods. We wanted to serve the gods of the Egyptians. We wanted to serve the gods of the Romans. We wanted to serve the gods of the Babylonians, the Greeks, so on and so forth. So when I looked at that Ankh, right, guess what? Is that the God that we're supposed to be serving? Is that what God told us to cherish and have on our necks?
My spirit told me to wear it.
Your spirit probably did,
my
right?
Ruach HaKodesh told me to wear it.
Right. Your spirit did, right?
Yes.
But what did the spirit of the Bible say?
I don't believe the Bible. So
You just said that you did.
No, I said the book of Enoch.
The book of Enoch. Where you find the book of Enoch at?
You can find it from Ethiopia. Ethiopia has the...
So what prophecies is in there? Because you said this that happened historically, that actually happened. That was accurate, right?
There's some brothers that say that it might be accurate, it might not.
What? Okay, so you're saying there's some brothers that saying it might be accurate. You got some brothers that saying it's not, right?
You ever heard of like a brother Sonetta, those brothers from New York and Harlem? Some of them are saying that...
Give me 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 21. Watch this. When you go through the Californias, right? You go through the New Yorks, you go worldwide, right? And even out of the country, right? When it deals with the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are we at the top of society or are we at the bottom of society? Now, understand what being at the top of society means. That means that you have your own military, you pass your own laws, you govern your own land, and you don't pay nobody taxes. Do we have that?
We don't.
You want to know why?
Because they set it up like that.
No, because we are the people of the book. And when we decided to go serve other gods, God appointed over us terror. That's what happened. Where can you find that in any book? Only in the Bible. The Bible is the only thing that explains our conditions from a T. From a T. Now you say you Afro-Puerto Rican, right? Your father's Puerto Rican, right? Your father's from Congo, right? So even that, right? Watch this. Give me Psalm chapter 44, verse 11, right? When you examine the Puerto Ricans, they was warriors, right? But now a lot of them, they barely making ends meet. A lot of them is suffering from famine, right? When the earthquake took place in 2020, right? What did Donald Trump do to the Puerto Ricans?
He threw paper towels at them.
Mockery, right?
Yeah.
Watch this. Give me Psalms 44 and verse 11. Watch this. I'm going to show you that mockery in the Bible because we don't need people that get treated like that. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 44 and verse 11. Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat.
So God said because we want to rock the Ankh, right? Because we want to rock the Christian cross, right? Because we want to worship all these different denominations and gods. God said what? Read it again.
Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat.
You know what that means? Do a sheep have a defense? No, meaning that a sheep is left open for the slaughter, right? Right, when you examine Puerto Ricans and Negroes, guess what? When the police come through in our neighborhoods and they want to kill us, we just like sheep left to the slaughter. We can't defend ourselves. A lot of our people say, okay, I'm going to take up arms and so on and so forth, right? All they got to do is get that bulletproof tank and come through here and shut things down. Now they don't even got to do that. They can send a drone through here and shut things down. You know why? Because the Bible's a true book and all these other denominations is lies. Read it again.
Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat, and has scattered us among the heathen.
So even with the Puerto Ricans, they were scattered. What's his name? Hernan Cortez, Christopher Columbus. What's the other one? Ponce de Leon. All of them conquered the Puerto Ricans and scattered them, sent them to Spain, so on and so forth. America Vespucci, so on and so forth. Guess what? All that history, it don't line up with that denomination that you're dealing with. All that lines up with the Bible. That's what we're showing you. Isaiah chapter 30, verse what? Read that. Watch this. Listen good. Listen good, because you're not an Egyptian, bro. We're not the Egyptians. You know that? So why you following the Egyptian way?
Because I follow the Kemet.
Nah, we can't do that. You gotta follow what the Lord told you to follow.
God knows his children. Read that.
Watch this. Read it.
Yeah, Isaiah.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children.
So God said, woe, meaning destruction, judgment for the rebellious children. Read.
Saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
Meaning they want guidance, spiritual guidance, but they don't go to the Bible. They go to the Kemet religion. They go to Christianity. They go to everything that floats their boat. Read.
And that cover with the covering.
You cover with a covering. Instead of you having the menorah on your neck, you got the Kemet or the Egyptian Ankh on your neck. How you can't used to be a Hebrew Israelite? It's either you was keeping God's laws and then you got enticed and went into idolatry, or you're going to die keeping God's laws.
Psalms 118, verse 1. It says, do not put your trust in man, but put your trust in Yah.
Who taught you that?
Huh?
Who taught you that?
One of my elders.
No. Who taught you that you have on your neck?
Who taught me this?
Yes.
Oh, man, there's a lot of elders from the Harlem.
But didn't the Lord say don't put your trust in man?
Read the scripture.
Read this. Finish this up.
But not of my spirit.
Because that don't got nothing to do with God. It don't got nothing to do with life. Come on, read on.
That they may add sin to sin.
That's what that does. That adds sin unto sin. Read.
That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
So we can't strengthen ourselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
What is a nation?
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.